Okay, good. All right. Hello, week 2 of the new training for new ambassadors. And my name is Michelle Mullen, and I'm an Emerald Ambassador underneath Jennifer, who we're best friends, and we met over 11 years ago. And anyways, I just want to dive right in because I have 30 minutes and I don't want to waste too much time telling you backstory, so I'm going to not just keep jabbering. So the first thing on our list is Franks, and that is your friends, relatives, acquaintance, neighbors, kids connections, spousal or social or service connections. There's a lot of options on the S. But anyways, go ahead and sit down and start writing out. Just put like 5 to 10 for each place. If don't make it feel like, oh my gosh, I now have to do 100 names and that sounds really daunting and overwhelming. Start small and then start adding to it. And the best thing you can do is to focus on your absolute favorite people, your closest connections, your friends, your girlfriends, the ones that you can say, let's go to the movies, and they'll go right away with you. Those are your ones you want to hit first, because they're the ones who trust you and will join you the quickest. And it's way more fun. You can tell them this is going to be way more fun if we're doing this together. We can keep each other accountable and all that kind of stuff. After those good friends, you want to focus on people that have the most influence, and that's the people we call the dream team people. People who, when they put a picture up on Facebook, are going to have a whole bunch of likes, like boom, they got 50 likes. Those are really influential people, so go and ask them. And I'm gonna post in our files some sample messages that you can use to message these kind of people, but you want to hit those people, and we call them chicken list or dream team people, because they would be so rock stars at this business, and you want to hit them before someone else does, because otherwise then you don't have that influential person on your team, they're on someone else's team. But anyways, you want to go ahead and sit down and write out as many people as you can. And when you're done, you can also do that for your spouse. Like, does he have, who are his friends that are he's close to, and things of that nature. And when you have done that, you want to, don't prejudge anybody. Just go ahead and throw their names down on the list, and you can come back to them, and when you're ready to message them, you can sit down and think about, okay, this is the 5 people I want to message today. You can have, there's memory jogger apps and spreadsheets that you could use. You could even create your own spreadsheet or use a big calendar and put names on the calendar. Like, I'm going to talk to these 5 people today, and then just go down your list, these 5 people next. And that's why it's helpful to have a list of 100 people, because then you can fill out your whole month and you don't have to spend so much time thinking, who should I message today? It's all there right away for you and ready to go. As for the sample messages, oh, one thing I wanted to add. I knew there was something else. On Facebook, it's also helpful if you just go into your friends page, like on your account, go into your friends and just look, because you probably have more friends than you realize. And so you can get names, once you've gone through, you've gotten your 100 and you've gone through them and cycled through, this is, a long time in the future, you cycle through those people, look on your Facebook and pull names from there, or church directory, or kids groups, the directories you get for those. I put the list on today's post. There's lots of ideas on there, so check that out, print it out if you want, and that way it'll help you kind of keep track of who's who. All right, so sample messages. The sample messages I'll put in the files tonight or tomorrow morning, and these are really good because you know, it doesn't, it kind of gives you a kind of an outline of what you can say. Don't feel like you have to say everything that's on here exactly the same way. You want to personalize it, make it sound like it's coming from you. If you wouldn't use a certain word, don't use it. If we have it in one of these sample messages, make it sound like you. And there's even there's different messages. This is a really great resource that Jennifer got for us. It's like cold market. Those are the people that your warm market are the people you know the best. The cold market are people that you are more just acquaintances with. But there's cold market messages like, hey, I've been following you on Facebook. I'm so glad to watch your son grow up and blah, blah, blah. It's so great to connect with you. You know, it's really, I've been enjoying keeping in touch with you through Facebook. And then just leave it there. You don't even have to say anything about Plexus at that point. Just get the ball rolling. And then in the sample messages, you can, I have so many people that talk about problems on Facebook, you know, like, oh, I don't sleep good, or oh, I have such a headache, or you know, my hips bothering me, my legs, whatever it is, whatever, you know, people are complaining. I message those people and I usually say, oh my gosh, I saw you were, you know, struggling with X, Y, and Z, and I just wanted to let you know I would love to send you some testimony about someone, a friend of mine who's had some relief from X, Y, and Z, and can I send you that information? And then see what they say. You know, when you do a warm market to your friends, when you're doing a message, you don't want to have this long message. When I started, I sent out pages of messages, and I doubt anybody could make it through it because it was just so long. Really, a short, quick message is very, Ava's like, me too. A very short, quick message is powerful and gets the ball rolling. You can have a dialogue instead of, you know, a monologue, I guess is what you'd call it. So anyways, you can even ask people for referrals. There's referral messages, and I'm going to post. That's good. You can always, you know, sometimes it's kind of fun to say, you know, I know you probably don't need this Plexus stuff. Do you know anybody who could use it for X, Y, and Z? You know, like, you know, someone who struggles with blood sugar or this or this or that. And name a couple of issues, common issues that people suffer with, bloating, blah, blah, blah. And then you say, because I really appreciate referrals. And then they might think, wait, I could use that. So anyways, there's a referrals message. There's a little sample message on how to invite people to an event. An event would be like our Facebook parties or our 7-day slam event. Excuse me, I'm gonna sit. It's really dry out here today. Anyways, so you can just say, hey, I don't know if you're interested, but I got a 7-day slim trial. It's a lot of fun and support, and you'll learn a lot, and there's prizes every day. Are you interested, or can I send you some information about it? So that's another message here on our list. We have people talking about the business opportunity. There's some people that might be on Facebook and talking about how they can't afford, you know, a certain, you know, that are having money struggles. So many people have money struggles, and it's not uncommon. And our Celeste Gwen, our double diamond upline, always leads with the business. And whenever she hears someone say, oh, I can't afford Plexus, then she says, that is why you need to work this as a business. This is absolutely a godsend to you because you can make money with this. And it's true. If you do it right, you get your friends involved right away, and you can make money. I was lucky enough to make $40 back my first month, which paid for my join fee. And then the next month I had 3 or 4 friends who joined me, and it covered my products. And that was my first goal. And I was so happy that that was able to do that. And it's just a matter of sharing what is like for you and messaging people. That's very, very, it's great to post on Facebook. It's absolutely essential, but it's also very, very important to actually reach out to people, because I don't know if you're like me, but I see something and someone's telling me about something and I don't know that it's pointed to me until someone messages me and says, hey, any chance you're interested in doing, this, whatever it is, and you can. That's why it's important to actually reach out to people and pointedly say, hey, have you seen that I'm sure you've seen I've been doing Plexus, and I wanted to see if you were interested in doing it with me. That means they are going to be more connected to that message than you just posting about it on Facebook. There's a message on the file that I'm going to post tonight. That's the Dream Team or Chicken List, how to reach out to them. And also then there's some follow-ups on how, after you've reached out to them, how to reach back out and check in and see. And a great way to do that is to actually record your voice or actually speak to them, live, because that helps. A lot of times people, they think, oh, that would be interesting, but then, they get busy with life. And so you have to keep, tapping them on the shoulder in a way, saying, hey, just checking in with you or whatever, or just, you don't even have to say anything, a second or third time about Plexus. Just say something social and connect with them. They're your friends, so you want to connect with them anyways. And that will, jog their memory that you had asked them about Plexus. All right. I think that is, don't get discouraged if people say no, because that happens, and usually it means not yet, or maybe, or I'm considering it, or I just can't focus on it right now because my life is crazy, and maybe when it rises to the top of the priority list, I will get to you. But that's why it's important to not just stop when they say no, but to keep a connection going, and then occasionally say, oh, hey, we got a 7-day trial, it's $25, 7 days, want to try it? That kind of thing. So don't get discouraged at no's. Don't forget to emphasize that it's 2 months, risk-free. You can try it for no risk. So that's awesome. Let's see. I think I've got everything covered on that. So the next section kind of goes with your Frank's list and these messages, because every day you want to hit up 5 people to reach out to. And these are the messages you'll be sending out. That's how you would count these. These will be new messages to new people. Then you want to hit the little formula is 5-3-1. 5 new people, reach out to them, message them, follow up with 3 people you've already messaged, and then the one is if you have somebody on your team, or if you're a team of 1, you want to train yourself. You want to go out to YouTube and watch something that will teach you about the products, or teach you about the business, or teach you about how to use social media. There's a plethora of information out there. You just can't hardly believe. It's almost overwhelming. There's everything. But there's some really great sources out there. So get with your sponsor. Ask them who are the best, because there are just tons of Plexus ambassadors out there training and sharing their trainings with everybody, which is nice. But I like to point my people to certain ones. And so get with your sponsor as to who they like the best. Tara Castaneda, Sonia Dudley, Ami Darling. Just can't think of anybody else right off the top of my head right now, but they're some of the best. And get with your sponsor. They'll know who to send you to watch. So 5-3-1. 5 new people a day, then 3 people you follow up with in one training. And I know it can be a little overwhelming at first, but it's really the best way. It's called IPA, Income Producing Activities. If you want to hit the ground running and cover the cost of your products, this is how you're going to do it, by making sure you're reaching out and you're actually working business. And the best thing is it doesn't take very long. Once you have these sample messages that I'm going to send out, put one in a Word document, change it up the way it makes sense to you, and then start sending it out. And make sure you personalize it to, hey Susie, hey Rachel, whatever. But you might want to throw in a line or 2 about something personal, like, oh, I love watching your kids grow up, or I already said that, but it's kind of the same thing. You want to connect with them and then send those messages out. It doesn't take very long to do that because it's kind of, you know, boom, 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 and you get pretty fast at it. I think you could do it in a few minutes, honestly. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. No, I think that's it. Okay. I'm going to do the differences between retail, preferred, and ambassador. So we're all ambassadors. Some of us might be wholesale ambassadors. I'm guessing you probably aren't just wholesale ambassadors because you're here getting trained, and that's awesome. Our goal is to make sure everybody's products are paid for. And so even if you are a wholesale, if you get 3 friends with you, most likely your products will be paid for each month. And you can help them get their products paid for by finding their best 3 friends as well. So anyways, the difference is retail is the most expensive way to buy. It's one-time purchase. There's no convenience order set up. They're just going to buy it once. They're going to pay the most premium price for it. I never ever advise anybody to do that because it's just a waste of money. They can easily become a preferred customer. They still have to put their information in either way. So it's not like they're going to get out of putting in their name and address and credit card information. They still have to do that for the retail. So might as well sign up as a preferred customer, and they get a discount off of that. And they set up a convenience order, and then I stress to them that it takes like a minute to cancel, postpone, change their convenience order if they decide that, you know, they don't want to. If you want to help them feel more, if you have somebody who has some resistance to the whole auto ship convenience order idea, you can set a reminder on your phone like a week ahead and check in with them and say, hey, I will check in with you. It will not run without your knowledge. I'll check in, make sure you want to do it or not. And if not, then I'll help you I'll help you cancel it. Super easy to do, takes no time at all. And you get a great discount. And it's really, really good I would most stress that it's very good to commit to at least 60 days on our products anyways. So you don't want to have a big gap between your first month and the second month because you don't have your convenience order set up. And then you're waiting, and then any, you know, detox ramping up you have going is going to have this lag and might set you back. So it's very good to try to get them to commit to 60 to 90 days. And as you know, the money back, 60-day money back guarantee, it's actually a rolling 60 days. So if they decide to try it for 6 months, the last 60 days is still refundable. So it's not just the first 60 days and that's it. So that's kind of a very nice feature. As an ambassador, when you have a preferred customer, you are going to get a bonus on the product. So if your preferred customer orders a triplex combo, you're going to get $20 every time they order it every month. And so it's kind of a win-win-win. The preferred customer gets a discount from retail. You get a bonus on their products, and the company is happy because they have someone on a convenience order and they know that they're going to try the products month to month. So that's a win-win-win there. Ambassadors, of course, they pay $34.95 and get the cheapest product prices. All 3 get the guarantee. The best part about being an ambassador is on your own sales and on your sales, on your own purchases and on your own sales, you get paid back. You get money back that will help, you know, cover the cost of your products. Not all MLMs will let you make any earnings off of your own sales. So that's awesome. I'm almost done. I'm going to try to share my screen so I can quickly show you the back office. Okay, share screen. Okay, guys, is it working? It's working. Yay. Okay, this is my husband's account. And so I thought it would be easier and more to go into his account and look like more like what your account would look like. So that was the front page. You all know how to get there, right? If not, get with your sponsor. It's the backofficeplexusworldwide.com address. And so then it brings you up to this page where all the products are. I always go straight to dashboard because I like to see what my PV, where my little hand is down here, my PV is, and my points are, and this here, this little button, if yours looks red like that, that means your convenience order is not on. So it's easy to fix. You come up here to shopping tab, and the shopping tab, this is the shopping cart. So if you want to buy just one thing and you don't want it to come each month for some reason, you're just trying out a new product, you can shop that way. That's a one-time purchase kind of thing. I usually try to keep that to a minimum because I'm trying to make sure that all my products come in one shipment, so I only pay for shipping once. So I usually add things I want to try onto the convenience orders. So you go to under the shopping, there's the convenience orders, and it brings you to here. This is how you set it up. You add a new convenience order, and that conditional means that if you haven't made 100 PV in sales or other purchases, then it will not come. Wait, yeah, it will only come if you haven't gotten to 100 PV. Sorry, I always get like thrown on this. So if you have 50 PV, this your convenience order will come to you. If you have 150 PV from sales, it will not come to you, and you will have to actually manually go in and purchase products. Here's unconditional. That means it's just going to come to you no matter what, even if you have sales of whatever. I'm going to just choose the triplex, and then you add it to your order. And then you just go over here. I'm going to say view cart. And so you need to put in your little code. Make sure you put it in because otherwise it won't go through. So a couple of things here is you can edit when it comes. So for some reason it's jumping down to November. You want to make sure that it's going to come, like let's say you want to do the 13th. So every 13th it'll come. Then you have to hit submit and say yes. And the other thing I want to talk to you about is your PV real quick. Your PV and your price are a little bit different. There's a reason behind it. Jennifer, if you want to throw it out, I can't ever remember the exact reason, but it has something to do with the way the Plexus prices things, but our PV personal volume is always a little bit lower than the actual price of the product. And so with this 105, so he will get paid commission on everything over the first $100. So just so you know, I know I'm not supposed to go into all of that right now. I'm just showing you your back office. But anyway, save changes. Don't forget to save your changes. And here it is, scheduled to process on October 13th. And that's that. I'll show you real quick what it looks like when you go in with if you want to change it. So when you want to change something, you just go in here and hit edit. You don't want to add a new convenience order if you want to switch things out. You just hit edit and then continue shopping and purchase new things or switch around. Like if you want to add Vital Biome, that just add it to your order and then it should be in there. And then the most important thing is save changes. If you don't click this, then it doesn't save. So let's make sure. So there it is. Okay, so now your convenience order is saved. And the other place I wanted to show you later when you get more into it, I don't want to overwhelm you. There's a lot of great reports here. But right now, the most important thing is there's a back office training section. There's a rank up roadmap to silver up here. But one of my favorite places to go, and I use it all the time, is this shareables. It's under tools. I love this area because I send so much stuff to my friends digitally. Here's the categories. You can do products or product catalog. You can send them the entire catalog digitally. That's a hard word to say, digitally. Anyways, products, click products. I usually do products, and then I come here. You can scroll down, but it takes forever. So I click here at the product, and then I choose, oh, I want to do Vital Biome. And then it takes me right to Vital Biome. And so here are different ways you can share Vital Biome information. And see this F means you can share it on Facebook. That's the little Twitter thing. This is Pinterest. If you want to email it to someone, it'll bring up your emails on your computer. This is just to have the link. And I like to go in here and read about all the products and stuff. It's amazing the information that they have. Like here's the X Factor with the menopause information. And if you haven't dug around in here, dig around in here and look at it all. It's super cool. Let me see if I can click. There we go, click. You can download it or view an interactive catalog. This stuff is really neat to be able to send to your people. Woo, very close. I can't get to it because on my side is, wait, maybe I can move you guys. There we go. There it is. Oh goodness, why is it so close to me? There we go. There we go. So now you can kind of look at what your friends will see, and this is about X Factor and all the stuff that it promotes. Isn't that cool? And actually X Factor and Vital Biome and Mega X we're going to talk about this week. But if I were you, I'd go in here and dig around and have some fun in here. Let's see, how do I get out of that? There we go. So you can just dig around and have some fun in the tools here, this tools under shareables. So I think that is all that I needed to tell you tonight. Let me just make sure I've gotten everything. Oh yes. Oh, there's some resources as well, but I will talk about them on another day in our week. Let me get out of share screen. New share. No. Stop share. There we go. Okay, I think that was all that I needed to tell you. Each day this week, I'll reiterate some stuff that I've talked about. I'll add the files to our page, and do you know where to find that? I'll show you real quick. To Facebook. Oh wait, I'm not on share anymore, am I? Dang it. Hold on. I'll share my screen real quick. Share screen. Okay, Facebook. All right, let me move you guys back over. Oh no, what was I going to show you? I've lost my train of thought. Jennifer, what was I going to show them on here?
Yeah, I was looking at that post and I got really distracted.
I know, me too.
You're going to show them where to find the files on the page.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. Glad somebody was paying attention. So here's the files right here.
Okay.
And you can find them right here, and that's where I will add them. So thank you, Shara.
Anytime.
All right, ladies. I pretty sure that was all I needed to share. Jennifer, you want to add anything? Did I miss anything?
Well, first I was going to open up and see if anyone has any questions or anything that you want Michelle to go over more.
I have a question. Is there a charge for a preferred customer? Like there's the ambassador, there's the $34.95 join fee. Is there one for the preferred?
No, there's no charges. Okay. Not at all.
No, like membership fees or nothing?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. And in fact, I did not talk about it, but after the 4th month of ordering the same products, they will get a 10% discount.
Okay.
So it's on the, is it on the 4th or is it on the, it's on the 4th month, isn't it?
After 3 months of their auto ship going, so the first time it's not considered an auto ship, but after 3 months of the auto ship processing, then the next order will have it. So it's really their 5th order.
Right. That's what I thought. So on their 5th order, they will get a 10% discount. So that's kind of a customer loyalty kind of nice little thing that Plexus does. Any other questions? Good question. No?
You don't have any other questions?
I don't. That was the only question I had.
All right. Thank you.
I was just going to mention a couple things. First of all, thank you, Michelle. You're so awesome. You can see why she's an Emerald Ambassador. She's so awesome. So one of the things I wanted to say is when she's talking about look through your Facebook friends to give you an idea of people, you know, to put on your friends list. You can download your Facebook friends list into Excel and print it out if you like to have hard copies. You can do that. So that might be something that you want to do when you're making up your Frank's list. And let's see. I also wanted to mention a lot of people, a lot of ambassadors like to set up their spouse as a preferred customer underneath them and order their own products that way, especially if you're ordering for more than one person in your family. If you're ordering for you and your spouse or you and your child or all of you or whatever, even if you're only ordering for yourself, you can set up your spouse or adult child or whatever living in your household to be your preferred customer and order through them. And that's nice because you make so much money on your preferred customers with that preferred customer bonus that you really come out ahead a little bit. It's not a huge difference, but a lot of people do like to do that, especially if you're combining your orders.
I think on the triplex, I think it works out to be $4 to $5 difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cheaper.
Okay, a couple other things I want to say. Every sample that you heard Michelle talk about that she's going to post, you should see that almost every message that you send out to people, it should probably be ending with a question. And that's because you want them to feel obligated to respond. And you're putting the ball back in their court. And I say every single time, it's so ingrained in our head to end it with let me know. Strike let me know from your mind, from your vocabulary. You're never going to say let me know. Let me know means somewhere out in the future someday. You want them to respond immediately. So you're going to say, you know, can I send you a sample right now? Would you like me to send you more information? Are you interested in joining our 7-day trial? The very last sentence is a question and it puts it back in their court, which makes them feel a little more obligated to respond. But also, like she said, if they say no, don't take it personally. I've had 1 million people say no to me, and then a lot of them came back around eventually, and the timing was right, just like she said. So don't take that personally at all. And if they don't respond at all, I have found most of the time that means they're just non-committal. They're thinking about it. They're kind of intrigued. They're not ready to commit one way or another, or else they just got super busy or whatever. Don't take that personally either. You have to know that what Michelle said is absolutely correct, that you can't just post on Facebook and assume that if they're interested, they will message you. I can't tell you how many times I've messaged somebody and they'll be like, you know, I was thinking about that. Yeah, actually, I do kind of want to try it. Or, yeah, I do have some questions. I've been meaning to reach out to you. It's crazy. You're sitting there wondering, well, why didn't you just message me? But they just don't. So, and sometimes they're just a little hesitant and they just needed that little nudge. So don't ever feel like you are, you know, impeding on somebody or bothering them or anything like that. They can choose to ignore you if they want to, but a lot of times you'll find that's the trigger that, like she said, puts it in their brain. And all of a sudden they're thinking about, maybe this would be good for me. I need to think on this. So let's see. Is there anything else I was going to say? No, I think that was it. It was so awesome.
All right.
Y'all have any other questions? Anything else?
I have a question again. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Last week in your meeting presentation, there was a page that you had brought up, and it had said like how to take. Like the first 3 days you take it in the morning or in the afternoon or something, and then after that, for so many days, you take it a different way. Is there somewhere we can get that from?
We have a couple different resources on how to take the products. I'm trying to think which one that was.
I don't really know. I was trying to write it down, but before I could get there, it was gone.
I will post on the page a couple different resources we have that you can share with people on how to take the products, how to start on them.
Well, because I don't even know how to really do them. I'm just kind of taking them blindly. So, because I don't have an information sheet or anything to kind of tell me how to really do it. I'm just kind of going at it.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, and that's, another good point too, is make sure that when you get a new customer or even a new ambassador who hasn't been on the products, you want to treat your new ambassador like a new customer if they haven't been on the products before. So make sure you don't forget. Sometimes our mind thinks, send how to take the products to my new customers, and we don't think about sending it to our new ambassadors, even if they're brand new on the product. So yeah, we'll make sure that I post that on the page so you'll have that, and then you guys will have that for sharing with your new customers and your new ambassadors.
Okay, because I know I've had a couple people ask me, well, how do I take it? And I'm like, well, I can tell you how I do it, but I just started it too. I've only been on it a couple weeks, so it's a little bit difficult for me to tell them how to do something. I don't have anything to read.
Oh, well, Laura, also you want to, if you want, you can always put you, your customer, and your upline into a three-way messenger chat or
Right.
in a text so that they can kind of help your new person since you're so new. And absolutely you want to do that because it's helpful. And since you're new, it's kind of like it helps to have someone who's been doing it longer. But I also wanted to say really quickly that there is the standard formula of how to start taking your products, but the thing with supplements is you have to really be ready to move them around. They're not one size fits all. Like some people like to take BioCleanse at night, and I hate that. I can't sleep.
And I love that. I take it every single night before bed. It helps me sleep. So everybody's body is different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when you tell someone take it this way, you want to follow up with them every couple of days. So how's it going? And then find out, is it working, or are they having certain issues? And you could say, oh, well, if you don't like it slim before breakfast, take slim before lunch.
Mm-hmm.
It's really flexible and most of the products can be moved around to whenever.
It's like Probio 5. Probio 5 helps so many people sleep at night, but when you're first starting out, if you're detoxing, it can cause insomnia, and then you have to move it to the morning. So that's where she's saying, it's definitely not one size fits all. You kind of have to massage it for the right, for the person to find what's right for them. But there are a few hard and fast rules. Like we don't start all the products at once. We kind of start slowly from the lowest dose, go up, adding products every few days to a week or two, that kind of thing. So make sure you have all that.
Okay.
Jennifer, is she maybe thinking of what you did in your PowerPoint last week? Is that, because I think one of the slides was talking about
Which slide was it?
The PowerPoint that you posted in the files. I think it might be in there, the thing that Laura was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, you might look through there. It's in the files where Michelle just showed you. But I think I did
79 of those.
That's the binder. That's the binder. Yeah. That's
the binder. Is that different?
Yes. I did. I also posted the PowerPoint. I think I posted it last Tuesday was the PowerPoint. I also posted somewhere in there, I'm pretty sure we talked about how to take the products, and I posted something about how to get started on this. Let me look.
I'll look through it again, but I'm not sure I could pull PowerPoint up. I thought I could, but maybe I wasn't able to print it. I can't remember. It was last week. I should expect y'all to remember too, right? Okay. I know.
I'm going to message it to you.
Okay, that'll be great.
Laura, what's your last name? I'm sorry.
Allison, Allison.
Wilson Allison?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
I don't want to tie everybody up with that. Thank you.
Okay. You know what? You probably can't see it on my phone, but I did post this one. Wait, can you see this one?
I got that. I've got that.
Okay.
I printed it actually.
Perfect. That one's a how to start on your products.
Yeah, that I got.
I also sent you a message, Laura.
Okay, super. I'll check that because I'm not logged in there right now. I logged out to join you guys and not be disturbed by all the little
All right, any other questions? If not, we'll shut her down.
Okay, well, I don't have any more. I'm sorry if I took up everybody else.
No, that's why we're here.
Okay. Nope, I don't. I'm done.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Appreciate it. Hope y'all are following along in the Facebook group as well, because there's so many great resources we're posting throughout the week.
And if you have questions, ask them there as well.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, ladies.
Yes, have a great night, guys. Thank you, Michelle.
Bye.
My pleasure. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.